This video is brought to you by Truly Travel. Discover the world your way. Oh, family. Hey, folks, we knew we were going to get back to this. This is the personal and personal development. This topic is called Restoring the Family. You know what's sad? Families, as time progresses, are becoming more and more dysfunctional. Some things that were, say, taboo, I don't know, 60, 70 years ago, are just all over the place and acceptable now. And you know the Bible mindset, where you're going to need that in order to restore the family. So, with that, what do you say we put the toys away and turn this computer down? Don't like having to do that, but I will. Get over here, mouse. Oh, wrong one. Put the light back up. Sorry, it's taking so long.
Sorry, guys.
Anyway, we're talking about restoring the family. I gotta say, that is probably my call, is to restore families. It's one of the reasons why I joined ACM. Is for, well, purpose. And since we're talking about personal development, you know, we've covered some pretty hard-hitting topics when I started this series in January. And well, we need to talk about these things. First of all, we know we need the Bible mindset. Number two, you need emotional resilience, okay? It's essential for a strong family, okay? It's easy, the way society is going, you know, if you're married, especially if you're newly married, I recommend you read the book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. I'm sure there's an audio copy on YouTube I'm considering rereading, you know, but that can learn something, that can teach you something about emotional resilience in marriage. Okay, number three. But listen, God says for lonely in families. Think about it. A year ago, guys, I was one mixed up, lonely dude. I did not know where I fit in. Of course, me, Princesa, we hadn't even started dating. She started sitting with me in church, and that made all the difference. We became fast friends. And she was there to comfort me when I learned that my father died. Okay, so if you think about it, God sets the lonely in families. Now, is it necessarily the traditional meaning of the family? No. You get all kinds of families. You got couples that have not had children. You have couples such as ourselves, which is empty nesters, because Blanca has a son that I've adopted as a godfather. I do not like the word step. I'm kind of like my daddy in there. Okay? Here's the next. The Bible is one of the biggest instruction books on family.
Oh.
You can trust the Bible. It's the word
You
of
can
God.
trust the Bible. Sorry about that.
Yeah. And it's the word of God. You can trust the Bible. I'm going to tell you something. Get into the Proverbs, get into the teachings of Paul. I just read yesterday out of Colossians 3 about the role of wives and husbands and fathers. Now, granted, you know, I don't have any children this side of heaven, but as a Latter-day Saint, I believe the next life will more than make up for that. Now, here's the thing here that you need to understand. When we're referring to the Bible, it's an instruction book on family, business, patriotism, everything. Me, myself, I prefer my King James Bible. I have two different King James Bibles. One is the traditional one that's used by most Christian religions. Another one is an edition by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. which has inspirational commentary. Alright, before we go any further, the next part here. In business, your family comes first before your business. Okay? Last weekend we had the Elevate convention. My business partner asked me if I would sacrifice a Sunday to watch the rest of the convention. I said, I'm sorry, but as long as we're home, we need to be in church so we can renew our covenants. Now, if we're traveling, that's one thing. But if we're home, doesn't matter. We go to church on Sunday. Because your family comes first. And Sunday is for renewing your covenants with the Lord and spending time with your family.
You better.
All right. Here's another one. Husbands, listen to your wives. So you better tickle me.
You better.
I never win every time. Or tickle fights or something else. That's what makes us a good, lovely family. We had my friend Marie, who's also maybe in a smaller way nowadays since I have my wife, my life consultant, and it's apparent lots of times her husband don't listen. And it's a hard lesson for me to do sometimes because I can be bullheaded. We have fun. I'll tell you right now. We have fun. Now, why do I say husbands listen to your wives? Because husbands, you're the model for your children on how you treat your wives. When I went away to the school for the blind the first time, I heard kids say all kinds of nasty language, particularly about, women's body parts. I mean, I was in shock, okay? I was 18 years old in a big city of Austin, Texas, hearing kids say all this nasty crap about women. And I'm like, my word. And it's even worse nowadays. You should hear some of these kids curse, especially on the video games. Even back in my day, kids were using technology as reason to cuss. And I did that a couple times, and my mom was like, you're either going to stop that or you're going to be grounded from your video games. So I learned. Husbands, listen to your wives. Observe what's going on. Because how you treat your wife is what you model to your children. You see what I mean? You got to listen to your wife. Because I can tell when I don't, and it's not good. Alright, here's the next one. Healthy living makes a healthy family. This is something I'm a little bit more better at now that spring's coming. Temperatures starting to warm up. 5 a.m. would be a good time for me to start hitting the bike. Exercise about 30 minutes, put on my Pandora, play the Toby Mac, whatever it takes. Healthy living makes a healthy family. My wife, she walks all over the place around the house. She dances. She goes outside, does a little work and things outside. She keeps herself active, and that's something that I need to do because a healthy family, a healthy living makes a healthy family, and that's temporally and spiritually. Staying close to the Lord, reading the Word, make sure you eat the right foods, exercise, daily routines, stuff like that. You've heard me talk about these things off and on throughout my whole history of podcasting. Now, here's the next one. Married couples should carve out time together. This is something I had to learn in therapy yesterday. My wife told me, this is like, look, I told the therapist, it's like, there's times he's so busy, we don't make time for each other. And I was thinking, I need to fix that. Have some time for us together to cuddle, to talk, to have some intimate time together. And so I had to cut back some of my podcasting in order to do that, because once you're married, you ain't a free agent anymore. The Lord assigned you a spouse. So think about that. I'm grateful for my Princesa. You know, I'd love to be able to, fall asleep at night and think to myself, nanas for me, Princesa. All right. Now, something else to think about. All right. Family life should be centered around Christ and the scriptures. Really, you got to be thinking about the Lord as often as you can. All right? One thing me and my wife like to do most week mornings when we get a chance is sit and watch the theologian Andrew Womack. We listen to Jonathan Cahn. She's grown to love Jonathan Cahn. Wonderful man, wonderful theologian. People that teach the Word. And just, having the Word be a part of our daily lives. I get it first thing in the morning, as you know. I try to get some kind of beverage, whether soda or water. And I read from the Old and New Testament. And then my church has a devotional called Come Follow Me. I read that almost religiously at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay? So, you got to center your life in the Word. That's just, that means screen time on your computer, that means with writing, everything. Center your family life on the Word. Okay? Next. And this is the last part here. It goes back to the big question that was asked at the beginning of this whole Mission and Princess Center. How bad do you want it?
I want it so bad.
Okay. Oh, you sweetie pie. Your dreams, or your spiritual life with the Lord, or your marriage. I'm asking you, how bad do you want it? How bad? It's kind of like the Tim McGraw song. How bad do you want it? I may try to sing a few bars from the lower key. How bad do you want it? How bad do you need it? Are you eating, sleeping, dreaming with that one thing on your mind? How bad do you want it? How bad do you need it? So if you want it all, you're gonna have to lay it all out on the line. Hope you enjoyed. If you like, please subscribe. Until next time, don't sit there and take it with your spouse. Go build your dreams. You can take it. And do it as don't so you can be what as won't. And do it as won't so you can have it as can't. Please share this with Mamacito, Papacito, y todo. This is Jimmy saying until next time. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. God bless you. And please remember this from the bottom of my heart. Jimmy loves you. And we really, really love you.
Do love you.
God bless you, and please, I want you to go out there and have a blessed day. Love you.